Well, good morning, Salem Lutheran, and anyone else who finds this video. Welcome to this weekly meditation and announcement from myself, Pastor Aaron Holmgren here at Salem. A couple of announcements before we get into our reflection for this week. Um, Tonight, here at Salem, we are having our faith formation uh, game night. It's a kind of our launch of hosting events here at Salem as we are doing faith formation jointly with St. Stephen's. They have the kids for 3 weeks out of the month, and we have them for the activity days. So this is a kickoff to that. We're having a game night, and it should be a lot of fun. So keep those kids in your prayers today. And if you're around for any reason, just pop in and say hello, or maybe play around the cards with the kids. We want to show that they too are beloved members of the church, and that uh, it's fun to be together as the family of Christ. So that's happening tonight, and then following that, this Sunday we are trying to launch a kind of a fun faith formation family event, Sunday school, I guess, but it's more than that. It's just an opportunity for families to and for young at heart to come downstairs after worship and experience just a short time, 15-20 minutes tops, of some singing, some Bible stories, and a craft. And so all are welcome to attend that, and bring along your kiddos, or just come and sing along with those who are present. So that is this Sunday after worship at about 10:30. Um, because we're finishing up the month of September, we still have our scholarship drive for the Magome and Guatemala churches, to send kids to secondary school. So if you want to support that, you can make a check out to Salem. Just put the St. Luca or Magome in the memo line of the check, for that. Now, for our reflection today. And I hate to take a sermon illustration from something I just saw, but um, out my window this morning, I watched a person try and parallel park, and it took about 20 turns. You think about that, like that 3-point turn you learn for parallel parking. This person just kept taking their time, going back and forth, and they had plenty of room on either side, but it was kind of humorous to watch this attempt of parking. But it made me think of repentance. This term, which means to turn to God, and how we make that turn so that we are in the right way with God. We are following in the way of Christ. And the key to repentance is confession and forgiveness. And sometimes we talk about, especially within kind of the evangelical side of things in the American church, there's this language of being born again, or accepting Christ into your heart. It's a one moment deal, and that moment of repentance is that like big turn in life, and you're set. Um, but what I appreciate about our liturgy, our practice of worship every Sunday, is we start each and every Sunday with confession and forgiveness. We acknowledge that throughout the week we've messed up. We've sinned in things that we have done, and in things that we have left undone. And with each gathering together, we have that opportunity to make that public confession, and then to hear the words proclaimed that you are forgiven, that you are found. And so a couple weeks ago, we had the text of the lost sheep and the lost coin. being found. And Jesus talks about how the angels in heaven rejoice over one sinner who has repented, who has turned. And so being found in God's forgiveness, it's a weekly process. It's a journey of faith that takes us through our entire life. So we might be getting to where we need to go, but it might just every every week we make that small correction or large correction, depending on the week. But we make those corrections, and even if a 3-point turn turns into a 20-point turn, through the abundance of God's grace and forgiveness, we can find ourselves resting in the right spot. So, um, uh, I assume that I won't be watching parallel parking next week, and the reflection might have more to do with something going on here at Salem. But what was happening today was some parallel parking, and I just had to run with it. So I hope you appreciate that little illustration of repentance and the ways in which we turn to God daily in our prayers and weekly in our gatherings. And I encourage you to continue to lean on that abundant grace and forgiveness in your life, and to share that with the lives of those around you, as we all seek to follow in the way of Christ. So, blessings on your week ahead. Have a good one.